Hi everyone, this lesson is focusing on subtracting positive and negative integers. The rule for subtracting positive and negative integers is, when subtracting a positive and negative integer, you must first keep the first number the same, then change the subtraction sign to addition, and finally change the last number to its opposite. Let's look at our first example. The example below states 13 minus negative 5 equals. So how do we solve this? So remember what we said before. The first thing we want to do is keep the first number the same. So I'm going to put a k above the 13 to remind me to keep it, and then just write it down here. So we have 13. The second step is to change the subtraction sign to addition. So I'm going to put an A here, bring this down, and it is now addition. So the subtraction sign is changed to addition. And then the last part is to change the last number to its opposite. So I'm going to put an O up here for opposite. And the opposite of negative 5 is positive 5. So now I'm left with 13 plus 5. Basic addition, 13 plus 5 equals 18. Okay, let's take a look at this problem. We have negative 12 minus negative 3. So again, looking at the rules, the first number we're going to keep. So I'll write a k up here for keep. Negative 12 stays negative 12. Second step is to change the subtraction sign to addition. Put an A up here for addition, and the subtraction sign changes to addition. And then the last thing is we find the last number and change it to its opposite. So I'm going to put an O above to remind me opposite, and the opposite of negative 3 is positive 3. So now I'm left with negative 12 plus 3. So I'm going to remember my rule from before where I was adding positive and negative integers. And I remember that that rule tells me when adding a positive and negative integer, I'm really subtracting. And then taking the sign of the number that has the largest absolute value. That's a mouthful. So let's go through it together. We're going to have 12 minus 3. And that's going to give me 9. And now I'm going to look at the absolute value for both numbers. The absolute value of negative 12 is 12. Why? Because it's 12 spaces from the 0 on a timeline. Now I'm going to look at the 3. The absolute value of 3 is just 3 because it's 3 spaces from the 0 on the timeline. So which one's larger? 12 or 3? Well, 12 is, and the sign for 12 is a negative, so my answer is going to be negative. So in the end, we have negative 12 plus 3, equals negative 9.